Hi everyone, it's Tracy, and I have not done a favorites video in quite a while. So I thought I would do a favorites video with some of the things I have been enjoying in June. And we'll start with a book. This is the only book I've actually been reading this June because my schedule has been kind of crazy, so I don't have a whole lot of time for reading right now. But I have very much been enjoying the Robert Place book, The Tarot, History, Symbolism, and Divination. And I've gotten through, looks like about to page 88 so far. And he's talked a lot so far about the history of the tarot. And I think for me it's very helpful to know where it came from, that it was a game, and all those esoteric associations were added on later by other people. I don't know, I think it frees me up a little bit to interpret the cards any way I want to, because that's exactly what the esoteric thinkers of their day were doing. They were picking up a deck of cards that already existed and associating their own meanings with them. And he debunks a lot of the, the whole myth about it coming from Egypt and that sort of thing. And we debunked that for a while, but he goes into detail about that. I haven't gotten all the way through yet, obviously. I'm about halfway through the history, and then there's interpreting. There's lots of charts and things, the search for meaning. I'm looking forward to getting to that. And then there are card definitions in this book as well. I'm really hoping to finish this up in, well, it'll probably take me through July to finish this up based on everything else I've got going on. But when I get truly done and finished with it, I'll do a proper review. But I have been enjoying it a great deal so far. Now we'll get into the decks that I have been enjoying this month. The first one is the Sasarabito, which we've seen all over the place lately. But I have been absolutely loving this deck. It's in order right now because I'm actually reading through the booklet. The booklet's great. It talks about why she chose certain symbolisms. So I wanted, but there are no pictures. So I wanted to have the cards in order. You can see I've gone through some of them. I wanted to have the cards in order so that I could easily and quickly pull the card as I was reading about it if I wanted to see it. And we've all seen this deck all over the place. So that's all we're going to say about that one. Do love my indie decks. And it came, she signed the little book, and I got a little handwritten note. And this adorable little bookmark that's just perfect for the guidebook. Another deck I'm loving this month is the World Spirit Tarot. I did a walkthrough of this one, so I'm not going to take you through this one too much again, but I love this more than I thought I would. It's kind of funny lately. When I first started out buying tarot decks, I was frequently, I wouldn't exactly say disappointed, but I would use the deck for a few weeks and go, no, this just isn't the deck for me. But the last few decks that I have purchased have been like, oh yeah, I get this deck, I love this deck. And the World Spirit Tarot is one of them. I have blacked the edges since the last video I did. I blacked them with a Sharpie, and I'm going to talk about edging at the end of the video. This next deck I think is going to be perennially on my favorites list. I don't quite understand why, but I just love this deck, and I get this deck, and I got it in a trade, and I'm so thrilled. This is the Color Mage Oracle. I have both the basic and the expansion cards, and I have been pulling a color energy card just for the week, just one card, color energy for the week, and it has been so spot on. Not about necessarily telling me what's going to happen or what kind of energy is going to happen to me in the week, but what kind of energy I need to bring to the week. And it has been spot on. When I've gotten oranges, I have needed to go and do and create. And when I've gotten blues, I have needed to hang back and relax and receive. And it's just marvelous. There are, I believe, 80 cards in the basic pack that correspond with the chakras. I'm sure you can't see that. So like this will be for the base chakra. It's number 5. So numbers 1 through 10 will be for the base chakra. Number 28 would be for the sacral chakra. And then there's a series beyond the 10 chakra ones, like this one and this one. They're lovely as well. But I'm really enjoying this deck, and I think it's going to always be in my favorites. I love the backs. I love the way when you fan it out, it looks like that. I just love this deck. Highly recommend this deck. This is the bag that I keep it in. Nice colorful bag. Another deck I don't know if I've been loving this one or not. I've been using this one this month. This is the Pagan Otherworlds. And I've been using it for the Tarot Seekers Challenge, which I'm hosting with Lisa at Tarot Alchemist and Laurie at Lotus Intuitive. And the cards are beautiful. The Hanged Man is stalking me. Yeah, there he is. He's stalking me. He's telling me I need to learn some patience. But, you know, it's been a great challenge. I have never used a whole deck for an entire challenge for an entire month, because I flit onto something else so quickly. I have such a short attention span. It has been difficult. After about 15 days, it was getting difficult. I wanted to pull out a different deck and use it. Beautiful deck. I don't know that I'm going to continue to use it. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of it or anything, but I'm just not sure that this deck and I are going to be best buds. I think this is a deck that I will pull out occasionally, but won't be a best bud the way my Ellis deck is. I have also recently gotten and fallen in love with the Lumina Tarot. I am not keeping it in the box it came in because it's a little bit flimsy, but this deck has a tower card for me that basically makes the whole deck. It makes sense to me. Some of the other things, not so much, but I'm going to work with it for a while. I'll probably use it for some challenges for the next month or so to get to know it a little bit better. I love the artwork. I love the way the cards feel, even though they don't shuffle very well. And I waited forever for it because it had to come all the way from Australia. And this one is Simon at Two Spirits Vault. He had it on the top of his list and I caved and bought it. And I keep it in this box, in this bag, because I think this bag I wish it was a little bit bigger. It doesn't quite fit in this bag. But the bag just said, oh, I need to be with that deck. I need to be with that deck. And since I was ordering, I got the Connected and Free Oracle at the same time, which we have all seen. Also Simon's Vault. I think I like the Oracle deck more than the Tarot deck. I've read the entire companion book and put it away the way they asked us to, basically. And I see that, yeah, I don't know exactly how that image relates to that keyword, but when I pull that card in a reading, I'll see how I work it. But the colors in this one are just... love that card. And there's a card in here. It's called Beginnings. That's part of the problem with these two decks is it's hard to know if you've got one card or two in your hands. It will be the last one. Of course it will. There it is. This is the reason I fell in love with this deck, was this card right here. Just gorgeous. So, another new favorite. I don't have that many favorite Oracle decks. I love this one. I love Ethany's Awakened Soul Oracle. And there are a couple others that I really enjoy. But not that many. I just always seem to reach for a tarot deck rather than an Oracle deck. Then I got this box to go with a very special deck. I had a gift card to Amazon and decided to go for something that I would absolutely not normally have bought. Of course, we've all know about the Deviant Moon. It's been around for a while. But I was never drawn to the art. And I thought, well, I've got this gift card. I'm gonna give it a try. And yes, we've all seen these, but I love it. I have also edged this in black. I had to do it twice, and I will explain that in a little bit too. It's another one of those decks where the imagery, the scene being depicted on the card just makes sense to me most of the time. I understand. Even though they're these weird, creepy moon people, sometimes monsters, that I really thought, every time I looked at the art online, I thought, no, I just don't like that. That's off-putting. It distances me from the deck. But when I got it in my hand, it's not distant at all. I'm right there with it. So we'll see how that goes. And because I did actually like this deck once I got it, I had to buy the book. And it just came today. So we're going to open it together. I went out today to eBay as well and ordered his Triomphe de la Luna Marseille deck. He's got it on eBay for 20 bucks. And I'm hoping they'll both fit in this box. So, this came today. I thought it was $50 to $60, but I was wrong. It turned out to be right about $30. Which seems a little pricey until you realize what you're getting. Let's see if we can, oh, there's a nice hole in the plastic. I understand from some people who have this book that he explains everything. It's very heavy. Get luxurious hair like this. Use Dr. Arsenic scalp fertilizer. Oh my gosh. It's so cheeky. Holy cow. So yes, we're taking a moment to look through this for the first time together. An Irate Magician, 1975, age 8. Huh. Wow. Oh, wow. What an amazing book. What a cool book. We have meanings. We have illustrate. Oh, wow. I love him with his tongue sticking out. That's really just such a great representation of the Five of Swords. Anyway, we're going to stop flipping through this book. I have a couple of tarot novelty items that I have really been enjoying using since I got them. This is a stainless steel travel mug that I've been drinking my hot tea from at work. And this is the magic card from the Idiosyncra deck on this tumbler. And I really love this tumbler. It's a very functional tumbler with a tight snapping lid, and then you screw it on and you can see the remnants of my tea. I got this, I believe, from Society 6. They print up things with artist stuff on them. I love that. And then I've also been using this tote bag that I got from Zazzle. And this is Taylor Ellis's work. This is the moon card on this side of the tote bag, and this is the sun card on this side of the tote bag that I'm using to take my stuff to and from my tarot class. And I love this. There are, on both Society 6 and Zazzle, there are other things you can get with that artwork on them, or with Idiosyncra deck artwork and Ellis deck artwork. And then I have a couple of crystals that I've really been loving. This is a topaz crystal, a topaz sphere. And I am a November baby, so topaz is my birthstone. Normally I have to substitute citrine in jewelry and things like that, but this is just, oh, beautiful and heavy, and I love the striations in it. I've really been loving that crystal. And then the best crystal I've ever owned, I think, is this. This is just clear quartz. It came as part of my Wild Crystal Box subscription that I got through Cratejoy. This was in my June shipment. It's about the size of a golf ball. Absolutely exquisite. I could look at it for hours, I swear. I could just rotate it and look at it for hours. So I hope that reads on camera. And one more favorite that I have discovered in June. This is doTERRA or doTERRA, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. They do essential oils, and this particular blend that they created called In Tune, it smells amazing. It's so good. I think it's mostly patchouli, but it also has some, let's see, I'll read the ingredients. I'll tighten it up. West Indian sandalwood bark oil, patchouli oil, frankincense oil, lime oil, lang lang flower oil, Hawaiian sandalwood oil, and chamomile flower oil. And it is supposed to help you focus and stay on task. But let me tell you, I was teaching a class a couple of weeks ago with some people who were from out of town. They were from all over the country. And I had a splitting sinus headache. And one of the girls in the class gave me this. I have not actually purchased my own. You can see there's very little left. And she said, you know, how do you feel about essential oils? Because of course she didn't know that I did any sort of woo-woo stuff. She said, how do you feel about essential oils? And I said, I love them. What have you got? And she gave me some of this, and it got rid of my headache in 20 minutes. My headache was completely gone. But I absolutely love it, and I use it frequently when I'm at work to help keep me focused. And not long from now, I'm going to have to actually buy some of my own, because this doTERRA stuff is not, it's not cheap. I think this little vial, when you purchase it from an authorized retailer, costs about $47. So we'll see. I did want to spend just a few minutes and talk to you a little bit about my edging, because I have been edging decks constantly this month in particular. I've gotten quite a few black decks, and when there's a deck that's black on the back and black on the front, I have to edge it. I can't deal with those white edges. And I have used, over the course of my deck edging, I have used the Jim Holtz, or is that Tim Holtz? I don't know. Jim Holtz Distress Ink. I've used that. I've used the Winsor & Newton pigment marker. And I've used a Sharpie. Most expensive, medium expensive, least expensive. This one works the best. This makes a mess, makes a huge mess. Gets all over everything and takes forever to dry. This goes on very nicely, but makes a charcoal gray edge rather than a black edge, which is why this deck had to be re-edged, because when I edged it, I'd pulled out this marker to edge it with, and I was just not satisfied with the color of the edge. It was charcoal, it was not black. And it rubbed off on my fingers. Even a day after I had done it, it rubbed off on my fingers. The Sharpie goes on beautifully, dries almost instantly, and is a true deep black. I don't know if you can see that, it's probably focusing on that. Yeah, there we go. You can see I have kind of cut a groove into my chisel marker, but this chisel marker is about $2, $2.50. It doesn't hurt my feelings to have to buy a new one, where this one I think was about $7. And this came in a pack of 3, and I don't know, maybe $10. I recommend the Sharpies. If you want a flat, particularly black color, go for the Sharpies. So there are my June favorites, and a little bit of a divergence into edging. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.